Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, I'm looking to see the break, and I'm really not seeing a lot. If I had to push it, a hair of right to left depended on pace, slightly up the slope.
Now a 7-footer.
Good putt there. It's a bogey 5 here at the par 4. And now he's going to fall a couple of shots off the pace. 200-yard par 3 fourth, offering a classic Pete Dye risk-reward design. You have to carry the water hazard running the length of the hole. Better to miss right than short or long, where a thirsty lagoon lurks. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he's going to stay 2 back. The 5th hole at Harbour Town is the second of the 3 par 5s at 549 yards. A good drive should leave players with the chance to try and reach this green in 2. But one larger and one smaller bunker protect the left side of this deep but narrow green. No issues here. That is into the fairway. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. Onward now to the 419-yard par 4-6. Dogleg right. Best to aim the tee shot to the left of the fairway bunker on the right. Land there, and the green is very accessible, and a birdie might be in the offing. That one's going to hit hard. get a little bit of run out, and that is going to wind up just fine. He needs to be mindful of the breeze here as he sets for a second.
Well, Rich, I didn't expect this sort of fireworks here today, but already with some birdies on the card and another one here by the looks of things.
Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And he'll move to 3 under here, just one shot off the lead. We've spoken already about the need for precision here at Harbour Town. That'll be put to the test here at the 195-yard par 3 7th. Yes, there's water. Yes, there's sand. But the biggest issue, the 2 giant trees serving as gatekeepers to this narrow green. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
And just when I thought the momentum was going in the right direction, after that birdie, please don't give it back straight away.
Good concentration there, going to putt it from off the green, but this one falls to save par. Now to the hole many consider the most difficult of all here at Harbour Town, the par 4 8th. Finding the fairway is an absolute must off the tee, as you will need to have the right angle of attack to approach this long, narrow green. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there.
Now Notah his second from the fairway.
On the number at 150 yards to the front, 157 to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still inside 40 feet. Just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
Yeah, that's good putt. That was a slippery one, but that's well done. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain one shot back. One thing you don't see too often on the PGA Tour, 332-yard par 4s. But that's what we've got here on the closing hole to this front side. Before you think about knocking this on, though, take note of the large bunker that completely protects the front of the green. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. Absolutely can do no wrong. Dialed in and
that is an eagle, and this is a spectacular round of golf.
The back nine starts here at the 451-yard par 410. This hole offers one of the few real wide landing zones to take aim at. However, beware of the lagoon left. If you can find the short grass, birdie is very much in play.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind. Now this for another birdie.
And this certainly would be a bonus if it goes in. You just need to make sure you get it there and give yourself a chance. Never up, never in.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he's going to remain one shot off the pace.
This 11th hole at 436 yards is another test requiring precision over power. This fairway narrows the nearer it gets to this green, which is surrounded by 4 unique bunkers.
It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. A second shot looming here from right around 165 yards. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker.
Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach.
So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he's going to remain at 8 under.
The 12th hole at 430 yards is one of the rare dogleg rights on this course. If you can steer your ball into the fairway off the tee, you'll be left with a very manageable approach to a green flanked by bunkers both left and right.
And that will do just fine. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, 6-7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. And that is going to push him into the lead here on this Friday.
So many visually arresting holes here at Harbour Town. This might be the best of the bunch. The 373-yard par 4 13th. Architect Pete Dye created some of the best work that golf has ever seen. But credit the design on this hole, as well as the 17th at TPC Sawgrass, to his wife, Alice, who drew up this design, how's this, on a napkin.
This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
In golf, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that to do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Chance now for another birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
He has a 12-footer here.
Okay, no further damage. It's a bogey 5, and the lead is going to drop down to a single shot. On to the 14th now. This one almost a mirror image of number 4. It's a par 3 at 192 yards. At 4, the danger was water left. Here, it's on the right with a generous bailout area left of the green.
That winds up way left. That's going to leave a very awkward distance to somehow try to save par.
Well, it's tough to shake off that bogey at the previous hole, especially when you hit a shot like that.
Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. That'll drop him back down to 7 under. The sole par 5 on Harbour Town's back 9 is this one, the 15th at 588 yards. Most of the problems here come on that second shot, which requires you either to play a big right to left or to cut the angle, hit it over the trees, and hope you've got it on line.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Perfect putt there. It is in for birdie here at 15. That's going to move him to 8 under.
The final 3-hole stretch begins here at the 434-yard par 4 16th. It's a dogleg left with an expanse of sand running along much of the entire left side of the hole. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
121 yards is the number we're looking at. Pin on the left portion of this green, so it will favour a wee draw.
This one looks right on point.
Oh, I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
Just a hair off target. And those are the ones that'll drive you crazy. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain right where he is. You come to the 17th hole and you finally realize, that's right, I'm on an island. It's a par 3 measuring out at 174 yards. A spectacular view looking out over the water toward Daufuskie Island. The biggest issue here, that bunker that juts across the front and left portions of the green.
Oh, yeah, nice shot there, right of the hole, and he'll have that for his birdie. Finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And he's worked it to 9 under par.
What a finishing hole this is. At 472 yards, the par 4 18th. Most will try to aim just right of that Hilton Head Lighthouse in the distance. And that sets up an approach with trouble left and long and a large bailout area to the right.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot now, it has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And this will be even better than yesterday's total. It is a second round 65. So will this be the week that our featured golfer claims that first ever title? Frank, it's looking promising through 36 holes.
It is.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this look at the future stars in the sport of golf. From Hilton Head Island and Harbor Town Golf Links, it's third round coverage of the Hilton Head Invitational. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. So a missed fairway at 1, now his second.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Just 5 feet left.
Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Here's a chance to make a birdie early in the round. Second hole at Harbour Town is a relatively short par 5 at a little more than 500 yards. Again, the key, and this is the case all over the golf course, you have to put your tee shot in the right spot. And here, it is on that left side of the fairway. The missed fairway at 1 didn't hurt him, but this, a much better tee shot as he is safely in the fairway. Now, after the big drive, this, a good distance here for a second to the par 5. A birdie try on the second green, and with that, we welcome four-time winner on the PGA Tour, Nota Begay.
And this is a putt players love to see, uphill, slightly right to left.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he'll get it to 1 under for the round, 10 under for the tournament. Up next, the 469-yard par 4 third. Trees lining both sides of the fairway, so a straight tee shot is imperative. More bogeys than birdies here, so most players are happy with a par. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
That is not very good at all. That could cost him.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20. You just wish you took the shorter club now.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Yeah, no mistaking that one. That is a good par here at the third. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. This is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it? Risk and reward, 200-yard, par 3, fourth. Obviously, you need to carry that water hazard running the entire length of this hole. You're going to miss. You miss right. You don't want to miss it short or long, that's for sure. That's where the Gators are waiting for some golf balls. And that misses the green left, but he should still be able to have a go at this with the wedge. So that one runs by. Still some cleanup work to be done.
Certainly, from that short of a distance, that leaves more of a putt than you want.
Good stuff. Though it is for a bogey 4. And he's going to drop back to -9. Now to the second of the par 5s, the 549-yard fifth. It's a dogleg left off the tee with bunkers on either side of the fairway, but a good drive up near or beyond that cart path should leave you with a good look into a green that slopes off to the right. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Not an ideal result there. Hoping to maybe get this close. It is on the green, but not where you want to be.
Oh, how about it? A beauty there. It is in for a birdie.
And he's into double figures now at 10 under par. Another hole at Harbour Town where position, accuracy will be rewarded. This par 4-6 at 419 yards. Get it in the right spot, and you can make a birdie here. Yeah, that's a good tee shot right there. Got a little extra run out. That's where you want to be. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
Yes, 120 yards left to the flagstick and the pin on the front portion.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Your swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Yeah, what a shot, and what a time for that. A hole-out birdie, and he will surge into the lead. On to the 7th at 195 yards. This one of the tougher par 3s on the course. The water shouldn't be a big issue. More pressing, those two giant trees that serve like sentries at the front of the green. Any ball that gets hung up in there could very likely come down in that bunker that encircles about 90% of the green.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green.
Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would maybe like to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Yep, that's a good putt there for his bogey. He'll fall to 10 under par. On to the number 1 handicap hole here at Harbour Town, and fittingly the one considered the most difficult, the par 4 8th at 473 yards. Overzealous golfers could run out of fairway when using the driver, but the approach to a narrow green with a long bunker left and water makes the second shot one of the most harrowing on the course.
This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Now this for birdie.
And you have to be very careful with the downhill part of this putt. It doesn't have a lot of break, but it will gather some speed.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he's going to remain at 10 under. We wrap up the front 9 here at Harbour Town with the 332-yard par 4 9. What this hole lacks in distance, it makes up for by forcing golfers to be strategic off the tee. A large bunker prevents tee shots from running on, so best to lay up short and take a wedge into this boomerang-shaped green.
So after that bomb of a drive, this is second to the par 4. This would be a good way to finish off the front side.
Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And that's going to make this a 2 under 34 for the front side.
We head back out from the clubhouse to start the backside, beginning here with a 451-yard par 4 10th. Anything left could very well wind up in that lagoon, but anything on the fairway could lead to an under par start to this second 9.
This one turning left a bit off the tee. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
That one finished off. It's in for par. And he'll stay at 11 under par.
The 11th hole now at 436 yards. One thing you'll notice about this fairway, the further up you get, the narrower it becomes. So some would say 3-wood, not the worst of ideas here.
That one gonna split the middle. Maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
Well, he's left himself 121 yards to the hole. Pin tucked in the front left-hand portion of the green today.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. And he'll drop out of the lead and wind up a shot back.
On to the 12th now at 430 yards. We've had a handful of right-to-lefters so far. This one's going to work the other way. As we've mentioned before, accuracy is the key off the tee, as some of those pine trees can reach out and grab you if your tee shot's not where it needs to be.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Front right hole location as he prepares his second to the par 4.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par, 2 under on his round.
This is one of the more visually striking holes here at Harbour Town, the 373-yard par 4 13th. You've got trees flanking both sides, a few of which spring up right in the middle of the left bunker, leading to an approach to a slightly elevated green with Allen's Dye's signature cypress planks all around.
Just what you want to do. Land it in the fairway, get a little bit of rollout, and that is a good shot. 70 yards. All that's left here for his second. Okay, not too bad there. This from about 10 feet. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he gets it to 12 under par.
The 14th now at Harbour Town, a par 3 at 190 yards. Don't let the fact that this is the number 18 handicap hole fool you. The danger is self-evident on this hole as water runs all along the right side of the green.
that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Important there to make sure this doesn't get any worse than a bogey. He'll fall back down to 11 under.
Now to the lone par 5 on this backside, the longest hole on the course, the 588-yard par 5 15th. This one is a toughie, featuring a narrow landing area off the tee with bunkers on both sides, as well as a somewhat blind second shot requiring a pretty good right-to-left angle of attack.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Eight feet now for birdie.
Nope, I could have erased the bogey from the previous hole, but no dice there. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is.
We start to make our way toward the blue waters of Calabogie Sound as we come to the 434-yard par 4 16th. A well-placed tee shot will leave you with a fairly short iron into a small egg-shaped green.
From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
Just a little under 120 yards to get you to the front of this green, but it's 138 yards you'll need to get all the way to the hole. Pin on the right-hand side, so plenty of room to the left of it.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll remain right where he is.
2 holes remain as we come to the par 3 17th at 174 yards. You'll want to aim right of that one lone tree in the distance, almost like what you see on the South Carolina state flag. And be sure to steer clear of the bunkers here, because making par from there, not a sure thing.
That's a good-looking shot, just left of the flagstick, and he'll have that left for his birdie. Yes, a good roll there. That's in for birdie. It will certainly help the cause.
The 18th hole, one of the real signature holes on the PGA Tour. It's a par 4 at 472 yards. Sort of a visually awkward landing area. You want to make sure you don't hit it through the fairway and into the hazard. But a good drive sets up a gorgeous finish, taking dead aim at that beacon of a lighthouse.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot.
So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie.
Oh, never in doubt. Back-to-back birdies to close things out.
That will be a third straight round in the 60s. So our featured golfer likely going to be doing a little tossing and turning tonight, working with a 54-hole lead and looking for that first piece. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour bring you the best young talent in the world of golf. From Harbortown Golf Links in South Carolina, live final round coverage of the Hilton Head Invitational. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 3 as he gets set to begin play. And that will be in the fairway. So a solid start here on this Sunday. Well, as a young professional, it is a process. You're contending. You're leading a tournament. Then you're sleeping on a lead. And ultimately, you hope, winning that event. Noda, you've been there. What is it like?
It's a difficult process to put yourself into. Learning how to be in contention is an essential part of the professional game, but learning how to close these events out and put yourself in the winner's circle, well, that's the last piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, well done. That's in for par. He's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead.
On now to the second hole, the first of 3 par 5s here at Harbortown. At a mere 502 yards, it is also the shortest of these par 5s. Any misses right or left of the fairway could block you out from going for the green in 2. But a drive to the short grass could open up one of the best scoring opportunities on the course.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives.
He jumped all over that 3-wood and still couldn't quite get it home. Comes up just a little bit short, Frank, but pretty good shot.
Yeah, still in prime position on this par 5, Rich. That was 2 big hits.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. distance. Just use the putter to make sure you get the line. And this one goes down for a birdie. This third hole at 469 yards is pure Harbor Town. It's narrow. The emphasis here is on hitting your tee shot in play. And a par is a good score, I promise you. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notah Begay III.
Left himself with 147 to the hole. Pin sitting in the back left portion of the green.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
This from 7 feet. Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And this is going to drop that lead down to 3 shots. 200-yard par 3 fourth, offering a classic Pete Dye risk-reward design. You have to carry the water hazard running the length of the hole. Better to miss right than short or long, where a thirsty lagoon lurks. And that one not on the green, but not a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And this will remain a 3-shot lead.
The 5th hole at Harbor Town is the second of the 3 par 5s at 549 yards. A good drive should leave players with the chance to try and reach this green in 2. But one larger and one smaller bunker protect the left side of this deep but narrow green.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank.
That second shot took some force on this par 5 just to get it into the greenside bunker. Now well positioned, especially with a little savvy bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. And that'll put him at 1 under for his round and 14 under for the tournament. Onward now to the 419-yard par 4-6. Dogleg right. Best to aim the tee shot to the left of the fairway bunker on the right. Land there, and the green is very accessible, and a birdie might be in the offing. And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. So a poor result on the tee shot. Now he'll dig in with his second to the par 4.
After the tee shot found the bunker, I was dreading this. Bunker to bunker.
Maybe a little frustration there. Got a little too much sand and not enough golf ball, and that will come up quite a bit short.
Well read. That's in for a bogey 5. And the lead is down to 2. We've spoken already about the need for precision here at Harbour Town. That'll be put to the test here at the 195-yard par 3-7. Yes, there's water. Yes, there's sand. But the biggest issue, the 2 giant trees serving as gatekeepers to this narrow green. Needed to put on the brakes, but could not. And this will wind up over the green. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And this is going to stay a 2-shot lead. Now to the hole many consider the most difficult of all here at Harbour Town, the par 4 8th. Finding the fairway is an absolute must off the tee, as you will need to have the right angle of attack to approach this long, narrow green. No issues here. That is into the fairway. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. "18 feet from the bottom of the cup."
The putter bails him out there. That's in for a par. And that cushion's going to remain 2 shots. One thing you don't see too often on the PGA Tour, 332-yard par 4s. But that's what we've got here on the closing hole to this front side. Before you think about knocking this on, though, take note of the large bunker that completely protects the front of the green. good for a while, but it's going to get gobbled up by that bunker. After a big drive, he'll dig in for a second out of the sand. Well, this one out of the bunker, that is a positive development, but not on the green. It's in the short grass. Okay, I think ultimately going with the putter there, probably a good decision. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's in for par here at the ninth, and he'll go out in 36. It's an even par front side. The back nine starts here at the 451-yard par 410. This hole offers one of the few real wide landing zones to take aim at. However, beware of the lagoon left. If you can find the short grass, birdie is very much in play. That's going to be up the left-hand side. Yeah, that will get a little bit of run. That will be just fine. Now this, for birdie at 10.
Ball coming downhill from the top side of the hole, but shouldn't be that much breaking it.
Okay, not a bad effort. So that's in for par to start this backside. And the lead's going to remain 2. This 11th hole at 436 yards is another test requiring precision over power. This fairway narrows the nearer it gets to this green, which is surrounded by 4 unique bunkers. You can't drive it much better than that. That's the quick pickup of the tee right down the middle. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Nope. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. The 12th hole at 430 yards is one of the rare dogleg rights on this course. If you can steer your ball into the fairway off the tee, you'll be left with a very manageable approach to a green flanked by bunkers both left and right. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, Rich, this is one definitely to take a run at. Not much movement or slope to speak of at all.
Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. And on the heels of a top 10 last week, this would be even sweeter if he could hold on to win here.
So many visually arresting holes here at Harbortown. This might be the best of the bunch. The 373-yard par 4 13th. Architect Pete Dye created some of the best work that golf has ever seen. But credit the design on this hole, as well as the 17th at TPC Sawgrass, to his wife, Alice, who drew up this design, how's this, on a napkin.
A good break got him here, now his second to the par 4. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Yeah, that's good putt. A birdie here at 1. And the lead swells to 4 with 5 holes to play.
On to the 14th now. This one almost a mirror image of number 4. It's a par 3 at 192 yards. At 4, the danger was water left. Here, it's on the right with a generous bailout area left of the green.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Well, this one out of the bunker, that is a positive development, but not on the green. It's in the short grass.
Now a 7-footer.
Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. And that could make things a little more interesting as the lead's down to 3. The sole par 5 on Harbortown's back 9 is this one, the 15th at 588 yards. Most of the problems here come on that second shot, which requires you either to play a big right to left or to cut the angle, hit it over the trees, and hope you've got it online. That will do just fine.
So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5.
Decision time here at the par 5, and that lie really determines everything. Ball sitting on the pine straw. Just how far or how much can you get out of this lie?
Well, as an old baseball announcer once said, going, going,
Gone.
goodbye. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And the lead's going to stay at 3.
The final 3-hole stretch begins here at the 434-yard par 4 16th. It's a dogleg left with an expanse of sand running along much of the entire left side of the hole.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Hoping just to get this on somehow. His second from the fairway bunker.
That ball cleared the lip in front beautifully and nicely on the putting surface.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And that may just about seal it. It's now a 3-shot lead with 2 holes to play.
You come to the 17th hole and you finally realize, that's right, I'm on an island. It's a par 3 measuring out at 174 yards. A spectacular view looking out over the water toward Daufuskie Island. The biggest issue here, that bunker that juts across the front and left portions of the green.
And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay at 15 under.
What a finishing hole this is. At 472 yards, the par 4 18th. Most will try to aim just right of that Hilton Head Lighthouse in the distance. And that sets up an approach with trouble left and long and a large bailout area to the right.
Yes, step 1 out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, so that will wind up a par at the last. And that will go down as a final round 69. Well, Frank, I guess we can say, hello world. It is a Sunday to remember our featured player, a champion for the very first time.
Let the celebrations ring in, that's for sure, and let the career fully ignite and start and go stratospheric.
So that'll do it for my partner here in the tower, Frank Novello. For Nota Begay, Iona Stephen, and all our crew. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From just west of Calgary at Banff Springs, it's live first-round coverage of the Canadian Championship. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. Some good names up there, including our leader. We'll head out to the action at the par 3, 13.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot. The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And that's going to drop him to 2 under. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called a wham pump. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dog leg to the right with bunkers all over the place. They're sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
Let's bring in Nota Begay the third. Nota, this player very simply has the look of a winner. The bounce in the step, the smile, the ease with which they're playing this next round. Nothing like getting that first win in your hip pocket, right? You know it.
Well, over the course of your career, there's a handful of things that you always remember. You remember your first win as a junior golfer. You remember your first big win as an amateur. Now, your first win as a professional sticks in your mind for the rest of your life, but this is the professional game. You've got to keep building.
Got the speed perfect there from off the green. The line was perfect too, and as a result, it's in for birdie. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives.
This one starting up that left side. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Now a second from just under 100.